Hello folks, back with another 10W diode laser review. This time it's the Ray5 from Longer. Just doing a brief unboxing here, very well packaged, had very good instructions as well. Just getting all the components out, very nice touch screen you get with this one. It's the laser module and all the aluminium extrusions and the gantry. Everything's labelled so you know what each part is, with all the screws to go with each section in the instructions. These are 20mm extrusions, and you get toolkit, safety glasses and all the bits you need to build it. First thing I'm doing is I'm just adjusting the eccentric screws on the gantry, just so that the rollers are running very nicely. It's easier to do it before you install the gantry. You want to do it so that there's no wobble on it, but then they're not overly tight either. Make sure you read all the safety instructions, really critical with lasers. Wear your safety glasses when using the laser. Make sure everyone else around you is wearing safety glasses. These extrusions fitted together slightly different from the other ones I've assembled. They had these little L brackets, corner brackets that slotted inside. Plus machine screws going in from the outside as well. I'm just checking it's square, essential for accurate lasering. Then on goes the gantry, and then the legs. So you've got 3 corner feet, and the control panel forms the 4th corner. These are little end stops that I'm screwing on. There's no limit switches on this one, just these end stops. Tightening everything up with the supplied tools. Speeding it up a little bit. But all very straightforward. It all went together very nicely. These are the drive belts for the y-axis. Very easy little T-lock nuts that go into the aluminium extrusions just to lock it into place. Then you have to thread it under the wheels and then over the timing rod and under the other wheel. Fix it at the other end. Here's the laser module. Longer 10W output, which was a nice bit of kit. It's got dual adjustment little knobs there, and then on the back you just have to put in a couple of guide screws just so it slides up and down nicely. As I say, very easy to sort out. Yeah, it slides up and down quite well. Then it's the wiring loom, very simple, obvious where everything plugs in. A few cable ties just to fix it. And then this is the focusing system. You have this metal cylinder here, this metal rod, which acts as a spacer. You just have to put that on the back of the laser module and onto your workpiece, and then tighten up those thumb screws. Power cord, and then switch it on. You can't really see the screen very well in this video, but it's a really nice colour touch screen. There's too much reflection in the video. It really was very easy to use. There it is. Everything moving as it should. Time to do some engraving. Make sure you put on your safety glasses, very important. Just like this pillock. There we go. I've put a metal sheet under just to protect the table. This is actual speed of the engraving on a little bit of ply. I've just speeded it up. You can see the smoke being produced. It was very fast, and it did produce some very neat engraving as well. There you go, you can see that it's come out very well. Time to do some cutting, so I've brought in my homemade cutting bed. If you have a mesh like this, it gives a cleaner cut. So we're going to find my test file, frame it, just to check that we've got the plywood in the correct place. And there we go. It's cutting out my dice and a little logo thing, an extra logo thing as well now. But this is quite a good test doing a little box like this, because if it's not cutting accurately, they simply don't go together. It's a good test of cutting and the accuracy of the cutting. Tons of smoke when you're doing these deep cuts. I've got quite a breeze blowing through here at the minute, so I've got the patio door open to take the smoke away. There we are, all cut out beautifully actually. And there's the finished dice. Very neat, quite tight joints, so it shows it's got a nice narrow curve to it, you know, a very focused beam. And this was this little high speed logo outline, which also came out very well. Then I'm just doing some cut tests just to see you know, what speed and power will go right through on a single pass. A little bit of overburn there, or smoke damage, which you can get rid of if you add air assist. But you can see at 3mm per second and 2mm per second it cut through very cleanly. And in fact 4 and 5 were almost through as well. Yeah, very happy with that. You can just see there the 5mm per second and the 4mm per second as well. I put an extra cable tie on that rod just to stop that dragging across the workpiece. I then took it all out into my workshop and installed it in my DIY laser housing, which has got fume extraction. Pipes to the outside. I then thought I'd have a go at cutting out my logo in some shadow foam. I love shadow foam, it's one of my favourite products. It's brilliant for lining your tool drawers and cutting out all the shapes. But it'd be a lot easier if we could cut the shapes out with a laser. It does kick off some fumes, so make sure you have proper fume extraction. Some fumes can be dangerous if you're lasering plastics and vinyls. But it came out very well. It didn't quite go through the first layer. I did too fast a cut. I was being a bit cautious because I wasn't sure how it would behave under the laser. I could have also done with making this a bit bigger, because some of the lettering was a little bit fine to pull out the foam. Also did a bit of glass engraving, which came out very, very well. And here's a very old design I did. I think it might have even done it back at Christmas, of a globe thing that I did on Lightburn, and I never actually got round to cutting it out. It was 2 sheets it took. This is the other part of the design, all cut out on the laser. Looks good. It all fell apart very nicely. Produced some interesting offcuts as well as the actual pieces. A little bit of time-lapse assembly. Miraculously, it all slotted together. Sometimes you do these designs, you're just never quite sure if it is all going to go together, but this worked very, very well. It was quite a pleasing design. It's got a lot of creative possibilities with this one. Could probably make some sort of lamp. It'd probably look good spray painted. Yeah, very happy with that. Should have cut it out earlier. There we go. So I've reached the end of the second of 3 10-watt laser reviews I'm currently working on. I put a review out recently, and this is the second one. I'm also testing and reviewing a third one at the moment, so I'm beginning to smell like a kipper. There's a lot of smoke. I've put this this is the Longer Ray5 10W. This is now out in the workshop in my laser housing, so I've got some fume extraction out here to make it a lot more comfortable and safer as well. But yeah, good performer. Very pleased with the Longer laser. It was sent to me by Longer for free, although I did pay quite a hefty import duty on it because they haven't got a UK warehouse. Yeah, very capable, powerful laser, cut nice and accurately. The little dice I cut out work very well. Would certainly benefit from air assist, and that is something I am looking into. All of these 10W lasers could do with air assist. For this one you would need a special nozzle on the end and you know, a sort of an adapter to rig it up. There's, you know, generally very good. A few things I would change. Wider extrusions. These are only 20mm extrusions this frame is made of, but it performed very well. And they even supply little brackets for fixing the frame down onto the base to keep it all stable. It did nice stable burns, really good. Touchscreen fantastic, really good. The Longer touchscreens are very, very good. The video doesn't do it justice. They are very clear and easy to read and navigate. The wiring could be a bit better, a bit neater, but it works, it's fine. The focusing could be easier. Having to use the little metal cylinder around the back of the laser module where you can't see it, especially when it's in the housing, is a bit tricky. So some sort of easier focusing system would be good. I operated it all from my MacBook. I put the IP address in the browser, and that brings you up with a control panel, so you can transfer files via Wi-Fi to the laser and control the laser from you know, via Wi-Fi from your laptop. But yeah, very pleased. Cut out this very well. This is a sphere I designed months and months ago, and I've only just got round to cutting it out, and it all went together. I didn't miss anything. So, sometimes you come up with these designs and you go to slot it together and realise it doesn't work, but this works really well. I will probably try and publish this design at some point, so if you want to have a go yourself you can. But check out any links in the description. Many thanks for watching, and I'll be back soon with more videos, including another laser review. Different sort of different build on this next one. It's a more expensive laser. But bye for now.
More rubbish coming soon.